overcoming extreme tiredness, feeling drained, and adrenal fatigue syndrome. Many people are experiencing this in today's world due to unforeseen stresses, poor diet, mental health problems, pollution, and the list goes on and on. However, what we need is a very simple adrenal support system that can help you regain your energy, regain your inner strength, and so that you can get on with life and start enjoying life. Now, what I'm introducing here today is a system that you are able to use yourself, take command, and take back your power. At the moment, if you're experiencing extreme tiredness, then you're very, very low on energy, very drained on energy, and you need to get your energy back. Now, diet is a very important part of this process, and if you're not eating a healthy diet with live food, when I say live food, fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, and very little packet food. There's no life force in packet food. It's completely devoid. Also, you need plenty of good drinking water, and for a lot of you, your only means of increasing your energy is through supplementation, and I have nothing wrong with that. However, there is another way, and when you discover this other way and you put this into practice, it's amazing how quickly your life will turn around and how quickly you will gain your energy. And it's called the Meridian energy system. Now, this is something that I've been working with for many, many, many years, and I've done this on many people, and the success is always there. It just completely turns people's lives around, whether they've had an emotional problem, a mental problem, a dietary problem, lacking energy. It just gets your whole system recharged. And when you are recharged, it's like getting a body and mind filled up with a substance of joy. And when I say joy, I'm not talking about drugs and ice or any of this stuff. I'm talking about real life energy. Now, this real life energy system has been with you always. However, you have not been aware of it. And what we do to improve the quality of life for these peoples that have been so drained and depleted of life force is just teach them some very, very simple little processes. And I've put together a program called Stress to Vitality Training. And people have gone to this website and said it is amazing with the information that is on this website. In fact, some people say I have too much information. However, I have to get the message out to you and to all the people that you know and you're aware of that are having the same energy deficient problem. Now, what I want to point out is the body itself is covered in channels, what they call channels of energy. And this is something that's been discovered by the Chinese sages thousands of years ago. However, we can tap into this system. Now, there's no need to use acupuncture needles. That's right out. I don't use them. I'm not an acupuncturist, and I don't intend to be an acupuncturist at this point in time. However, in the work that I do, I utilize this meridian system, and it has points points on the body where some of the meridians they'll finish on the body, and some meridians will start on the body, and some of them start here for different organs. Most meridians will be associated to a major organ in your body, be it the heart, be it the lungs, be it the kidney, be it the spleen, the pancreas, the liver, the gallbladder, the bladder, brain, and so on. So every major organ has a meridian, and it is absorbing this life force. Now, when you eat your food, your fresh food, this life energy that's in the food gets taken into your body, and it finds its way all the way to the cells, and it helps you sustain life. The solid aspects of the food that you eat is what builds the body. And so you need protein, you need all the minerals, carbohydrates, a whole balanced diet to keep your system energized. However, there is one mechanism that has had little to no attention, and it's this meridian system. And what I've done is combined two processes. One is the meridian system process, which is Chinese, of course, and the other is the Vedic system for prana. And prana and chi is the word in Chinese, prana is the word in India. And this prana is taken in through your breath. That's the main supply of prana. If you stop breathing, you're dead within minutes. That's how important. It's not so much being cut off from the oxygen, it's being cut off from the pranic energy that goes into your system. You get this pranic energy, as I said before, out of the food you eat, out of the water you drink. You also get this prana energy through all your five senses. So whatever you're taking in, through your vision, through your hearing, your touch and feel, your smell, and your taste, all this contributes prana. Now, if you've been focusing on a lot of negative information coming through the five senses, that has an effect that drains you, literally drains you of this prana. And so what we are proposing to do and to show you is you can recharge your pranic energy system very simply and very easily. And what I'm teaching with this stress to vitality training is a way to utilize the diaphragm in a very, very specific breathing mechanism in conjunction with all the different meridians that I mentioned before. And you have meridians that start on your fingers, and some finish on your fingers, some start, others finish, and some start, and that happens on your toes, on your body, and on your head. So when you learn where these meridian energy lines start and finish, and that's all we need. We don't need anything complicated. This is simple. I've kept it as simple as I can. And all we need to know is where these systems, these meridians start and where they finish. And we can contact those in a particular way and check them. There's a feedback mechanism that you'll be taught on how to identify whether there's stress in these particular meridians. And once you know how to identify the stress, then you can go about recharging the meridians. Now, once you've learned how to do a general recharge, that will leave you feeling on top of the world. From there, we can go in deeper and go through and check different time frames throughout your life where you have had stressful experiences, whether you've had a car accident, whether you've had an operation, whether you've fallen out with someone, whether you've had an emotional upset, a mental upset. All these memories get anchored in your survival memory banks. And they're there to try and protect you when really they're no longer necessary. And stress in the body is like a bucket. And if the bucket is so high, whatever the stress is going up and down within the bucket, the body and the mind is able to manage it. But when the stress has filled the bucket and the bucket is overflowing, then the body is in overwhelm. And this is where adrenal fatigue syndrome, adrenal overload, adrenal insufficiency, all these terminologies are basically one and the same thing. And what happens with stress is all your muscles actually bunch up. And when they bunch up, and in particular your toe muscles are a very important part of the adrenal switch mechanism. And the little muscles within the toes become tight. And the aim of the toes is when you go to stand up, if you've been sitting and you go to stand up, the pressure down on your toes actually sends a signal to your brain and says, brain, body is going to move, activate the adrenals. However, if these muscles are constantly tight, the brain's getting a message all the time. Keep the adrenals flowing. Now, that then sends a message to the secondary adrenal switch, which is your calf muscles. Now, if you have tight calf muscles, you've got adrenal overload. And there's a very specific meridian for the adrenals, for all your hormones for that matter, and for all your glands, basically for all your glands. So you will learn in this program how to address this step by step and take this stress out of your life so that you can have a life, so that you can get back and do the things you really want to do, whether it's to go out and have fun and associate with friends, go on a picnic, go down the beach, go climb a mountain for that matter. You want your health back. There's nothing more important in life than health. Health is wealth. Money comes and goes, but health is your wealth. And by doing the adrenal release and by working with stress to vitality training, this will recharge all your meridians. And when all your meridians get recharged, every organ within your body gets this energy system working. And it helps you digest your food better. It helps you eliminate better. It just makes everything feel good. So I hope that's given you a little understanding of what you can do for yourself to make your life and your body and your mind much fitter and much healthier. And thank you for your time.